Who put all this silicone on here? Jeez, made a mess.
Is that doing anything for you?
No.
It just makes you feel better.
We love our job.
That we do. Back again at Grandma's Pond. So we are actually on to hooking up the biofalls. Flip you around. We got my dad over here. Because this is an old style biofalls, it does not have the lip that you can reverse. So you can see that lip right there. On the new styles, you can flip this in and then just get a flush finish right in the front, so you can put a rock right up to it. Unfortunately, these old ones, you still have to keep the lip out. So because of that, you gotta take these little clips and just hang the liner so that you can get a perfect cut. And then just take your straight edge and cut that all the way to the edge. So once you get that all cut out, I'm gonna make sure it's all nice and flat. So you take your lip, line that up on there as best as you can. Obviously you can't see the holes through it, but you can get a nice line up, and then you're going to poke your holes out for all of the screws.
I'll do the top two.
Okay.
I get those, and then I just go all the way around. The skimmer comes with extra little spikes to help you line up the liner and hang it. I use that on these too.
The benefit of brand new hardware is you'll be able to screw those spikes right into these. Because this is old and they're corroded out, you're going to see that there's no hardware actually in here. It's just all plastic. So what we're going to have to do is actually poke those holes out and put a bolt through it with a nut on the back. If there's not enough meat on this, we'll actually put a washer on that too, just to hold the liner on there so that the bolt doesn't pull through.
I wiped all this down first with just water. There was like, we want to make sure all the old silicone is off it, make sure it's nice and clean. And you're just gonna put a nice big bead over the whole thing. This is where I get messy all the time. I'll end up with silicone all over me. It's getting it started. This is really the pain in the butt. Once this is up, it goes pretty easy.
So you get your first two bolts in just so that you can line that up and get everything nice and flush.
Not through. There you go.
There you go.
Come on, man, you abandoned me?
So you just want that, and then just get this loosely on.
So you got a washer on the back, but not on the front?
I have one on the front and the back.
Okay, perfect. So like I said before, just to have that additional protection, adding those washers is definitely a good idea, especially with older skimmers or older biofalls that are going to have corroded out holes.
And a lot of guys will use gloves because they don't like getting stuff on their hands. I'm not averse to it.
Yeah, who cares?
Every pair of pants I have has silicone on.
Oh yeah.
But once that's started, I go one at a time, just work my way around. You poke your hole.
And what would you say is the cure time on silicone? Like 30?
Half,
yeah. So you've got some time. It's not like you have to rush against the clock with this. And also it's important to note that we leave these all loose until everything's in, and then we'll tighten everything down. So I guess I should probably explain why you would want to replace or redo the faceplate on a Biofalls. A couple different reasons. If you have suspicions of a leak, that could certainly be one of the sources if it wasn't installed properly. Of course, if you're installing a brand new one, that's going to be a reason to put the faceplate on. But also over time, especially the older ones, they use aluminum screws.
Yes.
That's what the original kits come with, and some of the cheaper models come with aluminum screws. So over time they basically just disintegrate and turn into dust. So all of those holes will just be exposed even though they had silicone on them originally there's going to be holes in it, and it might be a slow leak, it might be a really, really bad leak. We've seen some really, really bad flowing leaks with corroded screws, so it's definitely something you just want to have in your back pocket as a skill.
Make sure too that your liner in the front isn't real tight.
I mean, we have a loose bib going in, but you just want to make sure that, like, when I get this in and we start setting rocks on it, if this is tight, you're going to pull on that. Sure, usually I'll even put like a little fold in front just so there's plenty of slack. Yes, that is a super, super helpful tip, just having this little fold right here in front here so that you have that extra bit of give. Because as you start setting rocks, everything just gets tighter and tighter, and you want to be able to have that play on the liner in case you need to get edges higher or anything like that. And also to protect the liner from the faceplate.
You don't want to pull tight on this and then rip your liner right off of your screws.
Right. Yeah, the silicone gives you a little bit of play, so if there's little tears in there, it'll give you some play, but you definitely don't want to push your luck with that. Alright, so you just want to hold one side of it, a pair of pliers, and then get a socket set that's going to make your life so much easier than trying to do it with 2 pairs of pliers.
Oh, tighten. Isn't that where Thanos is from?
Tighten?
Yeah. One.
Couple important things to note. Silicone goes on the plastic side of the Biofalls, not on the lip, not on the liner, on this plastic side, and then the liner attaches to that. That is something that I wanted to note again at the end of this or towards the end of this instructional video, just because we've seen tons of applications that are incorrect.
Incorrect.
And then, as you can see, all of our bolts were on the last 2. These are also I said also twice.
Also.
Stainless steel rather than the aluminum that the originals come with. There's also brass ones that work fine, but stainless steel is a little bit more expensive and a lot more reliable, so that's what we usually go with when we're replacing them.
Instead of going nut and bolt like this, you can purchase the grommets.
Oh
To
yes.
replace.
And they thread into the holes.
Thread into those holes.
Right.
But if they're old and chewed up, then the grommets aren't going to grab. So I opt to take the grommets out and just go all new.
Can you buy them directly from Aquascape?
You can get the.
So you can get them directly from us, because we can order them for you. All right, everything's all nice and tightened down. Everything's nice and tight. So I usually like to take this last little bit of silicone and just flatten it out.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, it just makes it a little bit cleaner. It doesn't get any more of a seal. It's just so that silicone's not sticking up and causing weird water flows or whatever. But that's all. That's what we've got for right now. I'm gonna end this video right here. So nice, quick little short video installing a Biofalls and just, the facelift of my grandmother's pond, which is always exciting, coming back to the vintage builds and bringing them breathing a little bit more life into them. So that's all I've got. Anyone else want to say anything fancy?
Fancy.
Great. All right, that's all I got. Hope you guys subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell button to be notified whenever we release new videos. Hit the like button if you like it. Dislike it if you didn't like it, because genuine feedback is very much appreciated. And of course, leave a comment down below, and I will respond to that as soon as I can. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Take care, everyone.